Beautiful people, welcome to the space. So good to see you all. This is a call of celebration and of a birthday, as I'm sure you've seen in our name for today. I'm very, very excited. It's my birthday in a couple of days, and I decided to start celebrating my birthday with my soul family. And the soul family that in the way I define it, is the family of like-spirited beings, the ones that are on the path of opening up the hearts, of strengthening the spirit, and of fully showing up for our Dharma. So thank you so much. Truly, it's such a great honor. And yeah, just feeling so much love in my heart connecting with you in this way. So thank you for joining. And before we dive into our practice, I will share with you, of course, a little bit more about I am who I am, for those of you that are meeting me today for the first time. I also see some of my students are joining. Oh my goodness. Hi, Leslie. Good to see you. Yeah, and I'll share with you a bit more context. But before I do, I would love to hear from every single one of you. So please tap in where you're joining us from and what is this about Kundalini awakening that got you excited? And maybe give me just a bit of more context of, have you done this before? Is this your first time? What is your deepest hope, or maybe even fear or deep curiosity? I mean, Kundalini awakening is such an interesting topic, and it can either excite people or scare people. All kinds of things can be felt. So let's tune into the energy itself, what's in the field, and then I'll share with you more based on your answers. Welcome Esther, welcome Pool, welcome Wendy from UK. Irena, yes, connect with yourself. Exactly, this is what this is about. Andy from Switzerland, new to Kundalini but very curious, beautiful. Tarek from Egypt. Did with you the I Am Creation Summit? Yes. Excited to keep awakening myself in Kundalini energy. Welcome Tarek to the space. Sani from Turkey. I'm a student from Joy Dispenza where we practice something very similar. Yep, I hear all of Joy Dispenza students tell me the same thing. Amazing. Lini from South Africa, interested in what this is about and finding myself. From Toronto, familiar with this work, opens personal power and best alignment ever. Yes, so true. Kimberly, babe, so good to see you. Tuning in from Netherlands. Yes, my angel. Murmur. Jessica from Vermont. Incredible. So happy to hear from all of you guys and see you. Amazing, amazing. Karina from Lebanon. Yes, done Kundalini yoga before. Incredible, incredible. Awesome. All right. Well, let's dive in. You know, anytime I do those webinars, I pray. I pray, I connect to the spirit, and I ask what needs to be shared, what's in the collective field, and what am I best vessel for? And the people that are currently around me, they're all very, I have to say, they're revolutionary. And revolutionary not in terms of like, let's go on the street and fight, but they're very devoted to the truth that is not just, this is my truth for my personal identity that's convenient for me, but the truth, like what is the collective truth of this sense-making reality, and am I ready to look even at my own shadows, to transcend it, to rise in my most expanded, my most courageous self? And some of my friends actually started recently, they call it revolution, but reva, like revol, when it's backwards, it's actually love. So we've just been talking about it, that revolution, true revolution, is the evolution of love. And I've noticed for myself is that, you know, it's that journey of first starting within, of course. And some of you already mentioned today in the comments, like, I'm ready first to connect to myself here, and only from that space can we actually share love with the world. And to get even more in the trippier cosmic concepts, a lot of mystics say that in a way nothing and no one exists here but your own perception. And once your heart is opened up so much, the universe has no chance but to shine it right back at you. And the only reason why we have still so much pain and suffering on our planet, individually and collectively, is because we do have it inside of ourselves on the collective subconscious level. And so Kundalini Yoga is truly one of the most powerful, fast, and at the same time very gentle and playful tools I have ever encountered in my life. And I went from coming from impoverished background, raised by a single mom in Belarus on the farm, and going through quite a lot of struggles, financial struggles, also physical violence, and just a lot of uncertainty and unsafety. And in a way, as a child, I was very bright, but then I got very small because of all of those events that were taking place. And, tried so many ways to awaken myself back to my innocence, which we all have when we're born. All children are true sparks of God. And I've tried many tools, and many of them gave me sometimes a glimpse of things, just a little bit of hypnotherapy, a bit of, even working out, some psychedelics, ayahuasca. Like there are many tools out there. And yet, when I've tried Kundalini Yoga, this was the most sustainable tool that would give me that form of high that is not high out of my mind, high that I cannot do anything in the world. It's the high that is the sense of bliss and excitement and mischief and playfulness. And from that space, no matter what you start doing, whether you applying for a new job, whether you meeting a new friend, whether you're just walking through the street and smiling at a random stranger, all of a sudden everything just starts playing out in a much more mystical, magical way. And so for me, Kundalini Yoga really, truly did change everything in my life from before to after. When I've tried it, I just decided I have to study it and become a teacher. And so from being a filmmaker and an activist in New York, I moved to Bali, received the training in 2020 and practiced pretty much every day for 6 hours a day. Found my crew, my Sangha, my like-minded beings. And then from that place, I also moved to India for 3 years and studied it very deeply with different teachers as well. And really started understanding the way it all merges into one, again, yogic truth. No matter if you study Kundalini Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Kashmir Shaivism, Tibetan Buddhism, they all talking about pretty much the same thing. And it's breath, one way or another, we're using breath, and it's very intentional pauses in specific places. And there's some techniques that allow us to quiet our mind. And once the breath is stabilized and deepened, and the whole nervous system is expanded through breath and through some movements, and the mind finally is slowed down and quiet, in that vacuum of silence, finally cosmic intelligence and cosmic love starts to come through. So in a way, you don't come back to yourself, or at least not to the personality self. You actually become so perfectly empty that now the divine can come through you. And it will come through you in a unique way, because each of us are unique. We're like this unique mosaic parts. Each of us is like a fingerprint of God. There's never, just like you ever existed on this planet, with your set of family, background, unique curiosity, unique knowledge, and there's never on the planet will ever be existing a human just like you. And so we all have this unique responsibility to become clean and open enough, unique vessel, but empty one, meaning getting rid of our fears, of our insecurities, of our judgments, of our limited perceptions, and open up so much that the divine just starts flowing through you. And the good science of it is, goosebumps. Like I'm sure all of you experienced it. When we have just goosebumps in our body, or even the hair started rising on your head, and you're like, oh, bingo, that one. I feel it. There's this massive elephant-sized goosebumps running through my body. There's so many signs sometimes that we can just sense in our body. Sometimes people say it's a gut feeling. I feel it in my gut. This is truth. And so once we start purifying our body, more and more, we start experiencing exactly those sensations on a regular basis. And the more you start experiencing it, the more you start trusting this mystical wisdom that is guiding you, that is beyond logic. And sometimes it could even be like our smaller mind, or let's say still our identity says like, wait, I've never done this before. Like, should I do this? No. Like, who am I to do this? And that if you trust it, it will give you the knowledge and the power to do it. And I really see it in my life. I'm a truly living, breathing example. I've often in my life would take a leap of faith and like move to a new country with like almost no money, or like just from scratch start new community, new life, new work. Like I would try many times before I reached Kundalini yoga. Like I'm like a cat. I lived at least 7 lives already. And yet with Kundalini, it just became so easy. So easy. I would just land in India and travel alone as a like blonde Slavic woman on a bus somewhere for 24 hours in another mystical spot, and profound trust that I'm going to the right place. I'm going to find a place to stay there, and I'm going to find that ashram, and I'm going to find that teacher. And it's been guiding me. And guys, like really, it's nothing short of miraculous. So I'm excited to share with you today this practice and take you through that journey. And before we begin the practice, I would like for all of you tune in for a moment. And since, it's my birthday, I would like to invite you into your own birthday, rebirthday. Because really, we're having our birthday every day. When we wake up, we have a chance. Okay, it's a new day. It's what I have left, so to speak, with this meat suit so far, from this point on till I don't know when. So might as well play this game of life with all of you. And so I would love to take you through a little imagination station before we go into the practice, so then you can use that sensation of courage and joy in your heart through all of the practice. And may that practice become a vehicle for you to really sense your divinity. So first, I'm just going to play a little music for us. And I welcome you to close the eyes, relax your body, maybe move a little bit your head or your back. If there's any tension left, just stretch it out a little bit. And then just relax everything. We're entering into this Mahamudra, where your spine is completely straight, and yet your body, your belly, your heart, your chest, your face, everything is completely relaxed. And just take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. And a deep breath out. Hold the breath when you're empty. Another deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. And a deep breath out. And from this space, with eyes closed, I welcome you to connect to the time and space in your memory where you felt the most courageous, playful, real self. When you were expressing yourself not from a place of agenda or trying to prove anything, you were doing something or just being in a state of just joyful presence. Usually, most of us have access to it as children, but maybe it was even recently. Just tuning in what energy, what state of being is naturally you. Maybe there's a memory somewhere. And if nothing comes to mind yet, then connect to your inner child. See your inner child. Maybe you haven't talked to your little boy or little girl for a long while, and gently say hi. I would love to reconnect with you. And witness your child. See if your child is open to speaking with you. And then ask your child, how is he or she doing in this very moment? How does he or she feel? And be real. Maybe your child will say, not good, you've been abandoning me for a while. Or you haven't been listening to my innocent guidance and it's been painful. Or maybe your child will just say, I want to play. I want to be with you more. And just listen to what your child has to say. Our inner child is that connection to the highest self, to our divine part. And so now ask your child, would you please share with me, what is this that you love being, doing when you're relaxed, when you feel safe with me, first and foremost. Meaning with your own self as an adult custodian. So your child doesn't have to look for parents anymore. You are his and her parent. And allow your child to present a vision for you, something magical, something beautiful. Or maybe something as simple as being in nature. And just continue to keep that vision, that energy in your body. And now I welcome you to gently fast forward to now and tune in as an adult. What is in this world that has been like, maybe not necessarily bothering you, but it's like, in this place, I really would love to see some change. Or in this place, God, I want to contribute and really add my magic to it. I know how to do it. I know it in my bones. I know exactly what needs to be done. I can feel it. And so tune in, where is it on the planet? Your unique way of seeing reality, your unique way of understanding life, your unique way of overcoming insane obstacles is just perfect for solving this little puzzle in this infinite universe. And now allow yourself to feel the fire in your belly of wanting to support life, of wanting to gift your unique way of what you came here to share. And from this place, imagine the faces of people that get impacted by your unique dharmic way of being, by your gifts, by your love to the world. And now as you see in that vision, imagine as the inner child is joining your adult self and starts infusing it with the energy of innocence, the energy of pure childlike wonder, true child's bliss that is unreasonable, is just here. The soul is joyful that it came here to play. and witness that vision become almost like sparkly with its beauty, its innocent beauty. And as you see in that vision, I welcome you to maybe put one of the hands on your heart or another on your belly, and just start feeling that energy growing in your body, on your body, wherever it feels most alive. And as this vision gets crystallized, I welcome you to gently, almost like give yourself an oath. You know, they say that one time a human being wakes up when we just come out of the mother's womb. But the second time, the true birth happens when we realize who we are and what we came here to share. That's true birthday. That's true arrival in the wholesomeness and the full spectrum of our majesty. And so I welcome you to tune into this energy of your current rebirth day and make it personal, make it yours. Make it a promise to your soul, to your little inner child, to the ancestry of all of your family roots that have been overcoming so much, dreaming so much, so you can be here and be on the top of your ancestor tree to carry on the bloodline, the hopes, the visions. You are the embodiment of everything the ancestors dreamed of. And make yourself a promise that you will not hold back. You will not allow the smaller fears to ever hold you back. That you're here for all of it. You're here to bring all of you. Your strength, your courage, your mischief, your ridiculousness, your audacity, your softness. All of you is here. And as you feel in it, you can relax your hands and just for the last few moments, let that energy of recognition that you are rebirthing in this very moment, make it so solid that this is your moment before and after. And truly, the biggest changes in our life happens when we make a decision and we believe in it with all of our cells. And we just choose, that's it. From now on, I'm showing up with all of me. And the last moment, I welcome you to see how that vision that you envisioned of your expression of your dharmic way of being has already happened. Just time travel forward and giggle, laugh from its beauty, that it was all just for fun, so your divine soul could experience this playground. Feel it in your bones. It already happened. Beautiful. And from this space, take another deep breath in. Hold the breath. Deep breath out. And when you're ready, slowly, gently open your eyes. And if you feel inspired, we will start gently transitioning to Kundalini yoga practice, and I will explain a couple of things of how it works for those of you that join it for the first time. But first, I would love to hear from you. If whoever feels brave enough, share your vision, what you saw in our chat box. Even if it's just one sentence, it could be a declaration, a statement. It doesn't have to be, a whole strategic business plan. Just a sentence. This is what I saw. This is what my soul came here to do. I'm committing to myself, to my ancestry bloodline, to my highest self, to my inner child, to this world to show up with all of me. And have the courage to write it. Because truly, this is, guys, our Sangha. This is our spiritual circle. And when we share it in a group, it becomes more real. So then we can't say it like, yeah, I just had this little vision in one meditation class. No, too scared to do it. And actually speak it into existence. Irena, I have stories to tell, to write, and now is the time. Boom. I love that. Yes, Irena, tell stories. Mina, to bring unity consciousness, the plentyverse to life on earth. Yes, the plentyverse. I've never heard this word before. Amazing. Abundance is in the house. Yes, Leslie, to remember and to help others remember. Yeah, the deepest one. Remember. Val, to show up in truth, authenticity, love, and fun. Beautiful. Yes. Jessica, myself as a healer. Boom. That's a statement, right? We're choosing it. Dancing around the fire with other high vibrational women. Beautiful. That's very specific. It's so healing when women get together and celebrate and dance and move and breathe and remember our wisdom. Federica, I saw myself giving some joy and self-esteem time to the children I teach to. Yes. Yeah, the precious angels, so they never forget. Wendy, we're having our birthday every day. Shabam! Exactly. We're birthday in each moment. We're reawakening, we're remembering. Natasha, joy and experiencing joy and beauty. Beautiful. Ramina, I saw myself in Cannes pregnant. Wow, that's very specific. I love that. Yes to that. Amazing. PJ Foy, to decrease the suffering of mankind through releasing the blocks to our magnificence. Yes. And that the task. Natasha, full beauty. Kiomara, living in my elevated spirit. Cherdikala. Wow, I love that. So beautiful. Lenley, my vision is to step into the joy of being the divine healer that I am and to share my gifts with the world. Yes. Guys, and right now it's a new moon. It's such a powerful time to set this intention. So now with Kundalini, we're just going to set it on the mystical fire and send it into the universe. Zainab, bring compassion to polarities between people. Yes, one of the most important things to do. Selena, community of people who are different. Love, do music, sing, dance. Yes. Kimberly, to remind others of their light. Yes, my love, you do it so well. Adelina, healing through music. Yes, so important. Music for me has become so healing as well. That's why when I teach, all of the Kriyas are done with music, because it's truly instant activation station of very specific frequencies. And a public speaking change consciousness. Boom! I love that. Yeah, guys, when you get specific, the universe will deliver. My 10-year-old self showed me I'm here to be seen without judgment, to feel without influence, and to act without worry of others' opinions. Yes. And now to show others how to do this. Yes, become the permissionary sleep. Exactly. I used to think that I'm inconvenient in my courage, and now more and more I'm hearing from people like, no, I look at you and I'm getting inspired, now I'm going to do it too. So thank you for that. Eva, to be present and be a present. Yes, my love, you are the present. Eva is another student. We just finished with her also 2 trainings together recently. Celeste, to just be kind, to help where I can, to listen to people when they're hurt and are confused, to heal my inner child and to break generational trauma. Yes, that's the true divine feminine. It's there where it's needed and it supports and it can sense what's needed in the moment. We don't need certificates, we just need an open heart. And truly women are like by design the loving shaman, mystics, simply because we love, especially as mothers. But men love in another way, which is also so needed on this planet as a protection, as a loyalty, as an integrity. So needed. Shan, I have wisdom and insight to share in a playful way, be a warrioress and great mother. Gorgeous. STI. Thank you, beautiful Luciana. My vision was playing like a child with nature and universe and celebrate the beauty, visual expression in one way to do so. Yes. Love it. Oh my goodness, guys, you have such beautiful visions. What a crew. Love it. Ceci, simply joy, pure joy in all its manifestation of existence, embracing the joy of conceiving our babies. Love it. Kimberly, Mary Magdalene path, yes. And remind all my mom and on the pilgrimage. Yes, it's coming back. Ceci, and becoming a mother. I love how now everybody's like, and that one. Because, right, we're placed on an order from the universe right now. So, guys, don't be shy. Go for it. You're making a statement. Like, you know, you could get very specific and order exactly what you would like. All right, Saskia, sharing my healing abilities without hesitation. Yes, enough of holding back. We're here to share and to love. Cecil, remember to enjoy and bring joy. Kimberly, and yes, being a mother. Magical. Wow, and thank you guys so much for sharing. This is really contributing so much to the collective field. All right, guys, well, I'm going to share with you just a few tips so you can sense what the practice, how does the practice look like, feel like, in just a tiny little bit. And then we dive into the journey itself. And so then that frequency, that vision that you saw will become fully crystallized in every cell of our bodies. So let me just show you a little, I'll show you a little presentation, just like literally 5 minutes, just so you can sense what this is on kind of like quite a few levels the way I teach. And I want you to know it so you can feel really empowered by the knowledge and by this wisdom, because this wisdom is truly profound. All right, let me just pick to share the screen. See if Lily can allow me. Yes, perfect. And I will click it here, and then I'll click it. Let's see if I can expand the screen a little bit. Yes, perfect. All right, beautiful people. Well, it's a revolution of love that is awakening in our hearts and every waking moment for rebels with the cause of expansion. And so just to give you a sense for those of you that join in Kundalini literally for the first time, this is a yogic technology, a mystery school really, and a collective combination of truly divine knowledge that has been practiced by mystics for thousands of years, and also very fiercely protected because, you know, before people were extremely unconscious, a lot of the people were just not ready for this knowledge, or they would abuse this knowledge. And so it was very much like only if the student is ready, teacher will just reveal a little bit more and a little bit more. And you know, right now, as I'm sure all of you can sense, we're going through such a massive collective reset of the planet. You know, all the corrupted structures are collapsing, and I feel energetically that's partially the reason probably that a lot of mystical knowledge kind of at the same time has become known. So collectively, a lot of us can awaken pretty quickly, so we can actually shift where this is going into hopefully more holistic, more beautiful direction. And so Kundalini Yoga, it really is a technology that is working with all of our body. It could be called rainbow body, or with the chakra system. And every chakra correlates to specific glandular system in your body, so it's very biological as well. And as the chakra is opening up, the gland becomes active, whether it's thyroid gland or pineal gland or pituitary gland. They start to properly secrete, which means then your whole body starts to operate at its full capacity. And you know how they say in the brain only 3% are active and the rest 97 is so-called junk DNA? It's not junk, it's just not activated. It's waiting for its time. And actually Kundalini Yoga is the tool for awakening all of our body, all of our immune system, and all of our cells. And so each chakra has its own kind of representation where it responds for specific energies. The root chakra, it's more about safety. Second chakra, it's about pleasure, but also potential guilt of having pleasure, depending if it's open or not. Third chakra, it's about willpower and the strength, but also could be about shame of having the power or expressing it. The fourth chakra is the heart. It's about expanding into true universal love, not wanting love, but shining love from the inside out. And for a lot of people, the heart is closed because of grief, and that's a big one to open up. And in the throat chakra, we're working with our truth and really learning how not to ignore it, not to swallow it, but actually become the vehicle, almost like a radio station of God. And so it will not get blocked by lies, not society lies, not our own lies. And then the third eye, it's the opening, the inside, that collective intelligence that starts coming through. You know, some people call it intuition or the sixth sense, wonder why, right? And the divine insight. And the reason why it's blocked, or they say the pineal gland is calcified thanks to the fluoride and toothpaste and all other things that are happening on this planet. For a lot of people, it's blocked. It's literally closed. And so then people experience an illusion, like a very limited sense of reality. And once all the chakras open up and you fully arrive into the totality of your divinity, of who you came here to be per divine design. And that's where you connect to the full cosmic energy. And, you know, until it's open, ultimately we're blocked by our ego attachment. And there's almost like this cosmic joke in the ancient texts. They say, yes, sure, you can awaken your body up until sixth chakra and do a good job as a yogic practitioner, meaning you're opening up your energy centers and you have more creativity and you have more intelligence and you have more power. A lot of mystical things will be happening, but ultimate awakening only possible when you literally drop your ego, meaning you surrender and realize that even the fact that you've been shown up for these yogic practices and even taken effort is the divine grace that allowed you, one, to have access to these teachings, and then created good enough conditions for you to practice it. Because a lot of people on this planet are right now so pressed for survival, or they're so distracted by addictions, you know, addictions to alcohol, to porn, to cigarettes, to stress, to fighting, or to just simply, it's a survival. And as we know, there are wars going on this planet. So it's a great luxury to even take a moment to take care of yourself, but especially when you have access to these teachings, it's a expediting timeline for your soul to potentially actually step into your full awakening. And so we can do a lot of beautiful work, and then in the sixth chakra we realize that it's a God's grace for us to receive it and to practice it, and then we surrender our sense of self-importance, and in that space even more divine energy can start coming through us. And just to give you a bit of a understanding, and I will show it today in a class. So the tools that we're using, they're all classic yogic tools that pretty much used in every form of yoga, no matter how you look at it, in many traditions. And so one of the main ones, as I mentioned earlier, is the pranayama, breath. So we're moving the oxygen through our body, but more than oxygen, there's this divine energy, kundalini, that is sitting in our body and usually sleeping in the root chakra. And when we start practicing, the energy starts to gently rise, and you will actually feel some sensations sometimes in your lower part of the body. Sometimes there's like electricity moving through your hands. As I said, like this goosebumps or some specific visions, so you can start seeing some colors, really mystical things start to happen. And that is that Kundalini awakening. And so it happens through breathing. Sometimes we breathe rapidly, for example, breath of fire. You're just breathing out of the nose, using your belly to give you extra strength, and you're building up the fire in your belly. Or it's a slow breath, and you're holding the breath on the top while holding the breath, and the eyes are upward and inward, and I'll explain later why. And then you're breathing out, and again, for example, holding. And that's another technique called locks or bandhas, which will be here explained in a moment. So there's very specific ways in which we move our energy in our body to bring awareness and expansion to specific parts, specific glandular system, specific chakra. So pranayama is the number one tool. Second tool is the movements of the spine. Why we're moving the spine? Because spine is what's holding our energy. Our torso is literally the vehicle, the vessel. And so once our vessel is fully opened up and stretched out, and there's no more stuck energy or stagnated pain or some kind of a non-alignment, then the energy can actually flow freely through us from the center of the earth, through the body, into the sky and backwards. So we become like this, again, this like clean vehicle through which the divine energy can come through. Then we have mudras. So we put in the fingers sometimes in specific positions, or sometimes we're holding it above the hand. We're activating very specific energetic channels that send in the circuitry of energy through the body. Another one is bandhas or locks, that basically meaning either squeeze in the root lock, what it means quite literally, you squeeze in your anus, your sexual organs, your lower abdominals, and you hold in the breath and you stay in that moment for as long as you can, sometimes 5-10 seconds, sometimes a little longer. And then you're breathing out and letting go. And then we also have locks in our navel point and our throat, but today we're just going to be using the root lock. And so the locks they're really mystical ones, because what's happening is when we're doing a Kundalini movement, it's called Kriya. We're doing the Kriya, let's say for 3 minutes, we're moving in a specific way, we're breathing, the energy is getting activated. Basically, the torus of energy, I'm sure you've seen it in some of the physics energy, like it shows the body, human body is actually torus. So when you start breathing properly and expanding your energy, it starts to grow. And then Kundalini starts to gently rise from your root chakra upwards. And so when you at the end take a deep breath in, hold in the breath, and now lock in the root lock, meaning squeezing your anus, your sexual organs, focus on the third eye point. In that moment, you code your body and all of your cells that is now ready to hold higher level of energy. You training your capacity. You expanding your consciousness real time in that moment. And so the longer you can hold, while not having like tension holding, but just like you just hold it, your body gets familiar. And so when you breathe out and let go and meditate for a few moments, which we do after each Kriya, you will experience like almost like a mystical shower of sensations and realizations and feelings, and sometimes tears and sometimes laughter, and sometimes it's just really yummy presence here and now. No more thoughts, no more attempts, no more worries about the past or the future. You're actually just here and now, as Ram Dass would put it. Another very powerful tool we have is mantra, is the tool to control our mind in a way that is actually supportive and inspiring. You know, our human mind is a monkey mind and thinks a million of things. And so mantra, what it's doing is it starts to be repeated. Let's say Satnam, 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 which means I'm truth. Truth is my identity. I always follow my intuition. When you're saying that mantra, it means quite by nature, you can't think about other things. So your energy gets collected into one place. You don't leak your attention anymore, which means now you don't waste your energy. 2, when you start repeating the mantra, you touch in specific parts in your mouth that send off the signals to very specific glands in your head that then get activated, massaged, and secreting. So your consciousness quite literally get opened up on the biological level. When our whole glandular system is working totally, that's literally a biological name for enlightenment. And so we're doing it with our tongues and vibrating. When we sing or say, we send vibrations, right? Like when we speak, our whole body is vibrating. So you right away massaging your whole nervous system, and you massaging it by coding it with very specific energy, because each mantra carries energy and a meaning. And so, you know, it's been already proven scientifically in this Emoto experiment. If you say mean bad things to a glass of water or to a glass of rice, when you look at it under a microscope, it turns into very ugly, weird shapes. And vice versa, when you say beautiful, loving things to it, it's like this beautiful, gorgeous snowflakes of structure. So we code ourselves in a millisecond basis because we are mostly water. So everything you think and say in every single moment, that is what you code your reality with. And so mantra is training us to choose, to narrow down on something we actually want in our reality. We want to activate the whole glandular system, and then the meaning of the mantra becomes your main energy. And then what you do with that is your choice, but your energy will be so much more expanded and activated and inspired, and you will see it today. Drishti, focused gaze, it's where we focus our eyes. So majority of Kundalini yoga practice is done with eyes closed, and we focus here on the third eye point on mid eyebrow, and as if you're rolling your eyes upward and inward. The reason we do it is we're straining our muscles in such a perfect way that it activates your pineal gland and pituitary gland. And sometimes we look at a nose, sometimes we slightly open our eyes, different methods, but this one is the top one, because again, it opens up your third eye. And visualization and relaxation. Visualization is something that, you know, it could be envisioning the light, or envisioning like electricity is coming through your hands. There's like specific kriyas that we're doing. And it's just, honestly, people can call it superpowers, but it's actually our innate capacities to create fire and to create different things. We are elemental wizards. We're made out of elements. And, you know, highest levels mystics, they can change the weather, you know, even transport between places. I mean, there's been so many interesting stories about and records of mystics doing wild stuff, you know. Ram Dass, you've been mentioning about Maharaj, so many insane stories like Nim Karoli Baba. The same with Yogananda Paramahamsa, the guru who's written the autobiography of a yogi, mentioning so many, you know, scientifically unbelievable things, and yet they're here. And that means some yogis on our planet mastered this reality so well that they could even transcend the capacity to move elements and transcend physical limitations. And ultimately, Kundalini Kriya Yoga is designed exactly for that. It should not be the goal for us to practice in like this, but it can be a side effect. The more you practice, the more your capacity is opening up. And relaxation, this is one of the main ones, and especially in Shavasana, you will experience it today with so much pleasure, is the place where we actually download the information. You know, first we show up, we activate, we do our work as practitioners, as a good vessel. But then once we relax and let go, now God gives us back and we receive. So relaxation is extremely important. So those are the main tools in Kundalini Yoga practice. And then I just briefly will show you here, literally 2 minutes, and then we will begin the practice. I also use the teachings of Gene Keys. It's a really powerful system based on I Ching and human design. You will receive your own profile if you practice with me, and if you want to begin the training that starts tomorrow. Or you can just do it on your own. Go on genekeys.com and you can receive your free profile, and I highly recommend for you to look into it. It shows you literally the code of your soul, and then every Gene Key describes in great depth what you are capable of. And it describes in like 3 words: shadow, gift, and siddhi, highest state. So for example, in my case, like my life's work is bringing harmony into spaces. Like I'm designed for it. And when I'm in a shadow, I either feel my inner corruption, and corruption meaning like confusion of consciousness, like corruption of my hard drive, or I see outer corruption. It like drives me nuts. And so the only way for me to bring harmony into the world is to embody equilibrium, my own equilibrium within me, and then become the carrier of equilibrium. And then from that space, harmony can be activated. And it's in great depth described. So I highly recommend for you guys to look into these teachings. It's called, again, The Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. Truly profound work. I also weave tarot cards into the teachings because they're very much interconnected with chakras. Really, everything I teach, I connect many systems together, because in that way you can start seeing the golden thread of truth. Nothing contradicts, everything is pointing at the same source, just using different words. And it's very useful to start seeing it, so then no matter what you encounter after this training, you can see the truth. And then it describes how through like the chakras, 3 cards per chakra, it unfolds. It's really beautiful, and the Fool is kind of holding it together. It's that emptiness, the zero, the totality of potential. And then I'll just show you through each chakra the way we study when we do the practice. And some of my students are here, Eva and Leslie. They can share with you maybe later today in a call what is it like for them when they went through the training for a few months with me. The root chakra, we first unpack it. What does it mean in Sanskrit? What's the meaning? What's the symbol? And then we go through every level. Physically, okay, physical location, for men there, for women there. planet represents their Mars and Saturn because it's connected to the astrology plane, physical. There's other planes of existence as well. So this is on a very physical, very simple sign. Aries, if we again come back to astrology, color obviously red, and then element earth, very grounding. That's the first chakra that kind of grounds this reality into existence itself. Then we draw the parallel to the days of the week. It's Monday. Have you noticed number 7? It's one of those mystical numbers that always represents full alchemy. So it's that. Sound C note, if we're looking at through prism of music. And then we unpack it. If it's unhealthy, you're feeling fearful or ungrounded or unsafe. And if the chakra is healthy and you're back into the balance, you will feel safe, stable, and secure within your own body. And then we also unpack each chakra through an archetype, and we sometimes do specific visualization to connect to that energy, which is exactly what we tapped into today as an inner child and a parent. And then we unpack it through yogic way. What is that? That's the sense. There's like smell, taste, touch, hear, sight. Like there's different senses responsive for different chakras. So just so you have the context. Organ of knowledge, nose. And then organ of activity, anus. And then God and Goddess is Brahma and Dakini. We also unpack it from deeply like kind of an ancient Vedic tradition. And so I just wanted for you to see, this kind of it's a really profound structure. And, just so here the final deck that I'll show you is just so you understand the mixture of lineages that are coming through here for you today. It's literally called darshans, kind of the lineages of very different knowledge. And this is kind of the center of this presentation and how I've kind of combined all the teachings here together. It comes from Vedas, from the beginning of very ancient text in India, which then was one of the most popular one is Vedanta. And then from Vedanta, it goes into many mini lineages of Vaishnavism, Advaita Vedanta, and so on. And from here sprung the 4 main forms of yoga, which is Jnana Yoga, the knowledge of yoga, when you inquire until your mind dissolves into itself and finally realizes it's God. Bhakti Yoga, through love, through showing up. Karma Yoga, it's selflessly serving and realizing you are just the servant, you're not here to so to speak, to argue, but actually just to show up and dissolve into, selfless service. And I mean, there's much more to say it, but I don't want to, guys, give you too much lecture. It's better to practice. Raja Yoga is the meditation, and then basically that kind of transforms into the Kashmir Shaivism, which is another very powerful branch from Hinduism that kind of merges Shiva and Shakti tradition and really recognizes that the whole reality is Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is consciousness and Shakti is the physical expression of it in the world. And people often say like, okay, Shiva masculine, Shakti feminine, but of course we have these 2 energies in every body. It's just sometimes present slightly different, but we all have consciousness and we all have the body through which we express it. So it's very, in a way, impersonal in a way, and it's unpacking it and therefore unifying all the energies. And then it's connected to the Ashtanga, the 8 limbs of yoga, and it unpacks all the steps of awakening, Yama and Niyama, codes of conduct, Asana and Pranayama. Asana means postures that open up your body. Pranayama, it's similar to Kundalini, when we kind of move the energy of prana, awakening the vehicle. Dharana is the concentration, when we focus or say mantra or actually bring our attention to one place. Dhyana is the meditation itself, when we begin to drop into that timeless space, and Samadhi is the place of awakening of itself. And here I'm going to brought the Kundalini Yoga, Kriya Yoga, and by Babaji. So there's a lineage that coming from Babaji, from then the whole Yogananda Paramahamsa tradition, and it was called Kriya Yoga, sometimes Himalayan Kriya, and a Kundalini Yoga, which was brought by Yogi Bhajan, and very much like westernized and added a lot of really interesting tools into it. Then in one way simplified it, and another way made it, just much more digestible. And I just been combining all of this into one system that just works, and you will experience it today through the practice. I think enough today of kind of lecturing. I really want you guys to dive into, Luca is here too. Hi, Luca. The whole crew is here. And Federico, thank you so much for the meditation. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm glad you enjoyed it, beauty. All right, guys. So let's dive into the practice itself. And yeah, we'll share recordings for those of you that will have to step out. And also just wanted to share today, because it's my birthday, I will be sharing a really massive discount on this 7 months program. It's going to be like 70% off, something really insane that I've never done. So if you guys want to join, you have a great opportunity, and you can also sign up just for 1 month and really experience it if this is your thing. So just so you know, at the end of this class, we will reveal all the discount codes and things like that. So stick around for that, or if you need to, also can reach out to me. Thank you so much, Celeste. Yes. And actually, I put the price, my birthday is October 23rd, 10/23rd. So I literally put that as a price for all of the trainings together as a one bundle. And you can also receive a payment plan for that. All right, guys. I'm also going to give you here, just so for those of you, if by any chance you're going to have to step out or anything and you will want to reach out to me directly, there is my Instagram handle, aliciana.ra. So if you have any questions, if you want to schedule a phone call with me or ask just anything, reach out. I will be there for another 24 hours. And after that, actually, I'm going into the jungle for 4 days meditation, water fast, Temazcal, and vision quest. It's my fun way of celebrating birthday. So if you want to connect with me before I dissolve into the totality of reality, reach out to me rather soon. Thank you so much, Cecilia. So there's my email, aliciana@godsofplay.com, and my Instagram is aliciana.ra. So you guys have the ways of connecting. All right, beautiful people. So let's dive into the practice itself. And then the vision that we just felt today, I really welcome you to go for it. Use it as your ceremony. So you empowered, and you understand that there is a powerful multi-lineage standing to support you. So we always begin our class by singing the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So this practice and this mantra specifically is merging with the lineage of all the teachers that have been sharing this tradition. And quite literally it means I bow to the creative wisdom outside of me and I fully receive it. Om Namo, it's a feminine capacity to receive, to take in. And then Gurudev Namo, I bow to my inner guru and to my capacity to give, to create. And Dev means I always do my best. So Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And I'm just gonna write it for you here. Thank you so much, Eva. Yes, I'm so excited to celebrate life. I mean, I am really celebrating it every day, but it's extra fun these days. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. All right, beautiful people. So that's the mantra that we will start with here. So it's written. And then another one, as I said, each Kriya will be for about 3 minutes. Kriya means movement or action or exercise. And we're doing it for 3 minutes. And then at the end of it, we're taking a deep breath in, holding the breath, and then lock in the root lock, which means, again, squeezing your anus, your sexual organs, your low abdominals, holding it all together, keeping the shoulders open. Focus on the third eye point and just stay in there in the pause for as long as you can. And then when you're ready, breathe out, let go, and meditate for a few moments. And so during these moments, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of interesting downloads, a lot of energy can come through because you actually relax and to receive. So don't forget to lock the root lock every time at the end of each movement. I always say root lock, root lock. So root lock means squeezing your anus, your sexual organs, and your low abdominals and holding the breath and focusing here on the third eye. And at the end of the practice, we will sing the mantra Sat Nam. Sat Nam means I am truth. Truth is my identity. I always follow my intuition. And this is one of the top main mantras of Kundalini Yoga, because we believe that the main building block of this reality is truth. If you build anything on lies, it ain't going to survive the test of time. So we are coming back to our inner truth and to the cosmic truth that is moving through all of us. And at the end of it, we will experience really beautiful Shavasana and relaxation and coming back to that vision that we've activated in the beginning of the class today. And then we will come out, and if you want to share your feelings, your sensations, or ask anything about the upcoming trainings and this massive discount that I decided to do for my birthday, then you can ask as well. All right, beautiful people, let's begin. So I welcome you. If you need to step out quickly to the bathroom or anything, or get a glass of water, this is the perfect opportunity. And if you're ready, you can start settling in. The way we're going to do it is we're going to be sitting mostly straight, and you can kind of do the cross-legged position of your legs in front in whichever way feels comfortable. And I highly recommend for you to sit on some kind of a pillow. So then it can give you the support for your back. And we will slowly begin from that place. And just give me 1 second. I'm going to get a little tissue because I got a bit sick a few days ago. So just 1 moment. All right, beautiful people. Let's dive right in. The practice will go on for about 50-55 minutes, so you can plan accordingly. And after that, I would recommend for about 15-20 minutes, just allow yourself to linger so there is no rush. It's best not to grab your phone right after it, so you don't give your energy that you just activated back to this device. And so you can actually bask and carry that energy forward in your life. All right. So I welcome you to settle in a way that is comfortable. Spine is straight, shoulders are open. And let's start connecting to our breath. Eyes are closed, focus on the third eye point. Let's take a slow, deep breath through the nose as if you breathe in through a straw. Holding the breath on the top and connecting to your presence. And now slowly breathing out through the nose. And again, holding the breath, locking the root lock, staying here. Another deep breath in. Holding the breath. And a slow breathing out. And now let's just stretch the body a little bit more in any way that feels good. It could be in circles. Tune in, what does your body actually need? Maybe it is stretching your legs. Maybe moving your head, your neck in a circular movements. We're preparing our body, our vehicle for awakening, for expansion of our consciousness, and our body needs to be relaxed and open to allow a higher voltage of energy to come through. And then we will gently rise the hands into the sky and stretching to the right or to the left, whichever way feels good for you to go first. And just take a deep breath in and out into the opening. And then gently move into the other side, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then gently putting the hands behind you and opening the chest. Another deep breath in. And then gently coming back and relaxing. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And now start gently rubbing the hands together. And we're preparing for the opening mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And I welcome you to set an intention. A powerful intention for today's practice, for the new moon ceremony that is coming up. The new moon is tomorrow, so it's a good energy to start anchoring the intention. And more than anything, that vision that you've had, that decision that you felt in your bones to show up for the full, total expression of your unique way of being. And so just feel that hit between your palms, that commitment, that presence, that devotion. And then press palms one against another, open your chest, open your back, eyes are closed, focus on the third eye point. And we're going to sing the mantra Om, prolong Om, Namo, and then deep breath in, Gurudev, Namo. And we are saying, I bow to the creative wisdom outside of me, and I bow to the creative wisdom inside of me, and my capacity to give it and to share it. So in that way, we celebrate our innate feminine and innate masculine, our unique, beautiful harmony. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in, and we chant Om. Deep breath in. Hold your breath, lock your root lock, open your shoulders, spine is straight. Focus on the third eye point, on mid eyebrow, stay here. Present, divine, majestic soul. And a deep breath out. Relax, meditate. And from here, we gently begin from our classic practice of cat and cow. We gently get in on our hands and our knees. Hands right under the shoulders, knees right under your hips like a table. And it's a deep breath in, bringing everything up. Deep breath out, bringing everything down. And so it's and as you're doing it, breathe deeply through the nose. Eyes are closed and chant the mantra Sat Nam. Sat Nam. And you chant that mantra not out loud but in your mind. So you merge in your mind with the truth, activating your personal cosmic truth that is moving through you. Sat Nam. Breath in, breath out. 3 minutes. Breathing deeper and deeper and activating the body stronger and stronger. So more and more channels opening up in your body. Now speed it up, faster and faster movement and breath. Breath in and holding the head and hips up. Holding the breath, lock in the root block. Keep your eyes closed. And a deep breath out. Suspend. Hold your breath. Stay here. And now take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out and go into the child's pose, hands in a prayer, third eye on the floor. Open up your legs and relax your belly and fully let go. Enjoy the pose. Now gently start rising, in no rush, and settle in and just sit on your knees. It's called the rock pose, and you can use the pillow underneath to settle in. And now here we go on with the same movement but just sitting up. We're opening up our spine and opening up our chest so the energy can start moving through the body. And again, breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out through the nose. Eyes are closed. Focus on the third eye point and continue to chant the mantra Sat Nam. Sat Nam. In your mind, dissolve for 2 minutes. body to merge with the universe. Breath in, deep breath in, chest open. Hold in the breath, lock in the root lock, focus on the third eye point and stay here. Majestic, present, connected to the innate goodness. And only when you're ready, gently breathe out, let go and meditate. We often say in Kundalini that when we do the movement, the Kriya, we call God on the VIP line. We reach out, we say, Source, I want to talk to you. Let's connect. And when we hold the breath at the end, God picks up the phone and we can feel the presence in our own bones, in that stillness, in that infinite undying spirit. And when we breathe out and let go, God starts to speak to us, through us, in a form of relaxation, letting go, remembering. Beautiful. And from this space, gently come back to the sitting position, how it started. Just be comfortable. Settle on the pillow. Or whichever way feels good for your legs. And here we're going to activate our shoulders, one of the most important activations, to let go of all the stress from the upper channels. We pretty much always do it in each class, just to let go of the stress out of the system. So you breath in and the shoulders go up, and then breath out and the shoulders get dropped. So imagine as if you drop in all the unnecessary thoughts, worries that just, no, they're not good. Enough of that. And you just cleaning it. And imagine in the mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, but in your mind and with the breath. Got it? Eyes are closed, focus on the third eye point and enjoy. And now speed up. Feel the build up and feel the build up of letting go, purifying, purifying. 10 more seconds. And now deep breath in, shoulders up, hold the breath, lock the root lock, squeeze anus, sexual organs, your face, your feet, everything collect, hold. And let go of the sound. Let go and meditate. From this space, let's open up our body to a very powerful stretch pose to start the life force in the solar plexus and to move. So as if you notice, we begin first opening up the spine because spine is holding our energy, and then we let go some tension here. We're opening up the field, and now we're going to start moving the energy from the bottom all the way up. And so solar plexus, our center point, navel point, is one of the most important centers because it holds literally our power. And so the way we're going to do it is the following way. Let me just set up the lighting to make sure you can see me. So we're going to be laying down, and at some point, I'll tell you when, we're rising our legs and the hands and do breath of fire. And in that way, we're holding it, holding it, holding it, and then fully letting go. That's going to be a favorite part of the practice because it's quite hard, but it's so good. It activates your solar plexus, it activates your strength. And then we're going to do one more, holding the hands and the hands in the air and the head 6 inches above the ground. Again, relaxing. And then the final one, we're just going to hug the knees to the chest, laying down, breathing, and then fully let go. And I really welcome you guys here to connect to the energy of your inner strength. This is what we were connecting in the beginning of this journey. Like, what is your dharma? What is your true purpose in life that you came here to do? And you're ready to do it even when things get hard, because we will be tested. The higher and more important our mission, the harder will be the tests. That's literally the contract. And so the invitation is to connect to that power and say, I'm ready to show up for it. I'm ready to do it with all of my love and all of my heart. And so first, let's just relax, lay down, fully let go. And once you let go, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And now another deep breath in, and you can put the hands, if you want, in the fists under your butt to give you more support for your lower back. Rise your legs and breath of fire. Breathing out of the nose powerfully. Ten more seconds. Now take a deep breath in, hold it, and breathe out and let go. Meditate. go for the second round. Put the fists under your butt cheeks, hands and the legs in the air, head in the air. Look at your toes and breath of fire. Seconds. Deep breath in, hold it. And breathe out and let go. Now the final one, pass the knees to your chest, close your eyes, and then just breath of fire and eyes closed. Hug the knees with both hands. Hold the breath, hold the root lock, stay here. And breathe out, relax, let go, meditate. Gently, slowly start rising back up into the sitting position. Settle back in. We're gently preparing our body for the takeoff. This is the way it works in Kundalini. We gently rise in the energy, and then the final Kriya will be the most powerful, where it carries the highest level of energy. So here, let's move our throats. Opening up the throat chakra. 4 very slow circles to the left, 4 slow circles to the right. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then start gently moving your head, breath in to the left, breath out to the right. And every time, open it up a little bit more. Opening up the body, opening up the consciousness. From this space, we will gently open up our hearts, another very important center. We always do it in Kundalini class, because without open heart, nothing matters. So we're going to put the hands in Gyan Mudra, where index finger meets the thumb. And then we're going to breath in and move to the left, and then breath out and move to the right. All breath happens through the nose, so it's kind of like a windmill. The body starts having its own velocity, its own movement. Just let it. And I welcome you to imagine how you're opening up to more love, more receiving and more giving, expanding your compassion, your forgiveness, your capacity to be the emanating station of love and awareness. Eyes closed, focus on the third eye point. And maybe you start gently and slowly, but with time, open up a little bit more and feel how the heart is opening. In the center, take a deep breath in, hold in the breath, lock in the root lock, opening your shoulders, focus on the third eye point, stay here, remembering that we are love in human form that came here to experience itself. And only when you're ready, gently let go. Breathe out, relax, and meditate. And then from this space, we're gonna go into quite active movement to start embodying and shining our mischievous You know, I call it like spiritual gangsters. Like you have to have the open heart, but you also gotta have the ferocity and the strength to show up, to actually carry your dharma, your mission, your light forward. It's not all, you know, rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes it's really hard, and we're here for all of it. So the way we're gonna do it, I welcome you to gently start rising up and becoming vertical. So, and when you're standing up, you know, just like be gentle. We've just been sitting for a while, so maybe just like shake a little bit your legs, shake your hands, anchoring into this embodiment, this shape, this form. Shake it, shake it. If there's any tension in the body still left. Beautiful. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be holding the hands in Gyan Mudra, where index finger meets the thumb. That's where how we unify our feminine and masculine. And we're going to be doing this like Kundalini march. One leg up and two arms up and then down, and then another leg up and two hands up and down. So it's breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. And I welcome you to connect to the vision that you're rising, and you can be looking right in front of you or just with eyes closed. Powerful breath. And I'm going to play an amazing song, and I welcome you to turn it really into a dance. Powerful, celebratory dance of existence. Yeah, so it's... And on the final one, gently slow down, rise your hands, breath in, hold it, and a deep breath out. Meditate, standing. And from this place, gently come back to the sitting position. We're activating, opening up our body so it's fully ready for the expansion. And the way it works, actually, we call it in Kundalini, all the previous Kriyas are warm-up until you touch the final Kriya and Shavasana, and this is where you start experiencing the highest level of awareness. So this is what we're doing, we're preparing. And now from this space, let's open up our solar plexus, rise in the hands 60 degrees, big thumbs are out, little fingers on the pillows, and we go into the breath of fire. Focus on the third eye point, eyes are closed, and feel rising of your true force, true strength that comes from Dharma. And I welcome you to imagine the rainbow between your big thumbs, your aura expanding, shining bright, remembering how majestic we are. bright light, expanding more and more with every breath, shining bright in all directions. Seconds. Take a deep breath in. Bringing the big thumbs together, opening the rest of the fingers wide, holding the breath, holding the root lock, stretching into the sky and into the earth. Stay here. Focus on the third eye point. Keep holding it and keep hold the hands in the air and just breathe out with mouth open. Breathe in with mouth open. Hold it. And only when you're ready, gently breathe out. Let go. Slowly put the hands on your knees and meditate. Witnessing our aura, witnessing our presence deepening. And we're rooting into the space that's always been here, that infinite, undying spirit. Remember, in the space where we don't chase, we don't grasp, we don't even seek, we're already here. We remember. Beautiful. And from this space, we're going to open up our hearts, gently rise the hands, palms up, and we will start moving the hands backwards to expand and open up the chest even more. And we go with breath of fire, so it's... And at the end, we're going to put the head back and we'll stay in that space. But just for now, powerful breath, head is straight, moving the hands. Feel like phoenix rising from the ashes. Any difficulties, any obstacles, any self-doubts, say thank you, I understood my lesson, I've received it, I'm transcendent through it. Rising into my full majesty, full capacity. Get into the rhythm of the song. Seconds, power it through, feel the expansion. And now deep breath in. And gently put the head back and open up your throat, your heart. feel the universe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you're ready, very slowly, very gently come back down, relax and meditate. And from this divine space, we're going to enter into our final Kriya. As I shared earlier, all previous Kriyas are preparation. The body is being prepared, the breath is being prepared, the mind is calming down so we can enter into the mystical space. And so here, what we're doing is following. It's called the Kriya for the mind, but really for transcending the mind, for purifying out of our awareness any entities and any frequency that is not ours, any thoughts, any beliefs that have been enforced or infused into us through our society, through Instagram, through conversation that you just heard today, through our parents encoding things to us, through our partners, through our own judging or negative mind. And we're saying, I'm clearing my field, all of it, and I'm only letting pure consciousness stay, the highest clarity, the highest mind. And the way we're going to do it is following. We're going to hold the hands again in Gyan Mudra, which is again the mudra that allows to activate the merging and the balance of our right and left brain and our sympathetic and parasympathetic system, but really it merges our divine feminine and masculine. And here we're going to be moving the hands in a circle above our head, kind of like a Pisces of Isis, you know. And here we're going to be doing Sat Nam, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. Saying it out loud. Sat Nam, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru. And so what it means is, truth, truth, I celebrate you, I celebrate you. It basically means I am committing myself to embody only the highest truth. And please, Source, support me in it. Even when it's scary, even when it's dangerous, let me rise into the majesty and the truth of who am I. So let's dive right in. This is going to go on for about 7 minutes, and I really welcome you to let yourself do it. And it's an interesting thing. Sometimes our mind may think, oh, I can't do it, it's too long, my arms will get tired. But then this mystical energy enters and takes over your body, and it starts doing it for you, and you're just there for the ride. And just really allow yourself to purify your mind and arrive into the most delicious, beautiful space inside. Start moving the hands, eyes are closed, focus on the third eye point. Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru. And sing out loud with your voice, not in your mind, but out loud. Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Waheguru, Satanam, Satanam, Waheguru, Last minute. Both hands above your head and lock. Hold the breath. Lock the root block. Stay here. Focus on the third eye point. And a gentle breath out. Relax your hands and meditate, feeling the mantra in your bones. From this magical place, we slowly, gently transition into Shavasana for 4 minutes of complete relaxation. Allow your body to drop. Maybe shake a little bit your hands, your arms, your legs, everything. Just let go of any tension and then lay down and enjoy. And gently take a deep breath into the heart. Deep breath out. And gently hug the right knee to your chest. And put it all the way on the left on the ground into the cat twist. And upper side of the body to the right. Deep breath in into the stretch. Breath in and a deep breath out. And taking another deep breath in and hugging the two knees to the chest. Massaging the lower back. And gently breath in and breath out. Rock and roll forward and backwards. And when you're ready, very slowly, very gently, come back to the sitting position, how we began. Settle in. Allow yourself to be. And just notice your presence when there is no rush, when we're just here and now, how effortlessly powerful and loving we are. Beautiful. And from this space, let's start gently rubbing our hands together. And I welcome you to feel the gratitude for yourself, for showing up, for practicing today, for choosing to awaken, choosing to expand, to show up into the totality of our soul. And when you're ready, press palms one against another, open your chest, open your back. Eyes are closed, focus on the third eye point. And here we're going to gently sing our closing mantra, Sat Nam, 3 times. It's going to be long, Sat, and short Nam, and we will anchor our deep cosmic truth within. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out. Another deep breath in. Deep breath out. And deep breath in, and we chant together. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, hold the root lock, open your shoulders, stay here. And a deep breath out. Satnam, thank you so much for your practice. Thank you. And allow yourself gently come back and just give yourself a big hug and say thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you, my human vessel, even my human ego, my human identity. Thank you. Thank you for carrying my infinite, undying spirit through this cosmos, through this game, Leela. And after the hug, just allow yourself to relax and gently come back here and maybe envision, come back to that vision that you saw in the beginning of our journey today and see how it can be absolutely fully unfolding when we're in joy, when we're in presence, in our courage and self-worth right here. And if you feel like dancing and moving your hands or just basking in your goodness, allow yourself to be it.
En tus ojos de agua infinita se bañan las estrellitas, mamá. En tus ojos de agua infinita.
And allowing the energies to dance in the space. And if there's anything you wish to share into the field, this is our time of connection, of the field, of love for each other. I'm reading the comments. Thank you. Is it normal to be turned on like this? Yes. Best Kundalini yoga session ever. Thank you so much, Karina. All good. Thank you so much. It was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. It's my deepest pleasure. Thank you, beautiful humans. Such a joy to share this magic with you, truly. So fun. Always. Well, I really would love to hear from every single one of you, almost every single one of you. So whoever feels ready and courageous and playful and mischievous, please do turn on your mic or request Lily and she will turn it on for you. And say hi, share how you're feeling, share maybe the visions that were coming through you, or just anything at all that feels inspiring to share with the field, please share. I'd love to hear from you. Del nada, how do we turn on the mic? Maybe Lily, you can help us to unmute. Yes.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much. I had to feel that. I did a Kundalini yoga teacher training like during COVID, and I never practiced after that. And I don't know how I even got on your mailing list, but you just lit me up today.
Thank you
Oh
so
my
much.
God, I was like, what just happened? I forgot about how amazing this is. What was
Right? It's getting you high. High
I
on
know,
love.
right?
High on love.
So lit up right now. At first, I was like struggling, and I was like, you know what? You can do this. Like, get up and do it." And I was like, and then when I started dancing, I just like popped open, and I was like, "Okay, all right, I'm good."
Bring it on, girlfriend. We're going for it.
This is amazing. Thank you. You're so beautiful, and thank you so much for reminding me who I am. I just like was off doing something else.
Tornado, thank you so much. Also, by the way, if you want to turn on your camera, if it's the right time, turn it on and also show your beautiful face. Or if this is good for you, this is good as well. But
I
you
would,
know, I'm
girl.
inviting
It's like
everybody to come.
7 o'clock in the morning where I'm at. I'm like, I don't
Like, I
even
just
know how
came
I
out
got
from a
here, but
sauna.
this is amazing.
Amazing. You're probably somewhere around California, I assume, right?
Yes, yes.
West
Actually,
Coast.
it's 9. It's 9, but I think I got on at like 7:30, and I was like, "What am I doing? What is happening? How did I find her?" So thank you so much. Thank you for being a light and sharing your gift. And you are so beautiful. And thank you. This has just really set my day to a
Mm.
different pace than where it was going. So thank you so much.
Yes, yes, woman. Bring it on. Bring it on into the world. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Donata. I feel your love. Your name is right on point. Donata love.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Beauty. Right back at you.
Hi, hi. Ah,
Ah, hi,
hi,
beauty.
Michaela.
My
Oh
love.
my God. What a blessing to practice with you today, babe. Oh my goodness. My heart was full. I needed this so much. I just came from like traveling all of US and just landing in Amsterdam, and I've been feeling a little scattered. And this just dropped me right back. And I was like, oh, this feels so good. And I also just did a Kundalini training in Colorado, another one. So like a activation training, facilitator training. So
Mm.
I'm just integrating all of that. And then just having this practice today with you was just so powerful and magical. And it just brought me fully back into the present moment. And I'm so grateful, babe. Like you're amazing, and I've always seen you, and I'm so grateful for your teachings and your
Babe. So
devotion.
grateful for you. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, just so you have context, we met with Kimberly in 2020 in Bali when I just finished Kundalini yoga training. She finished Nada training, and we were like practicing and seeing each other through so many transitions and did retreats together and practices together. So it's just so beautiful. It's like sisters on the path of awakening, continue to celebrate each other and like really truly activate our divinity. So, Kimberly, thank you so much for celebrating, for showing up and continue to rise. You really are on the Magdalene path and
Mm.
also practitioner path. And thank you for carrying it and always sharing with me so much love and so much support. So
Mm.
grateful for you.
Thank you, sister.
Murmur, murmur. Thanks, babe. Mwah. Love you. Love you,
Love
love
you.
you, love
Happy
you.
birthday.
Yay! Every birthday, every time. Thank you, thank you. I love. Also, I'm reading some messages. Shan just wrote me a message. As we tilt away from Polaris, masculine, and fall into the grave of the feminine, interest in Vega Star, I'm interested in doing classes for women only. Do you have such classes online or in Bali? Yes, I just did the full women's training. It was just for women. And I am preparing another one. And I'm actually going to do a retreat here in person in Bali in a really stunning space in January. So, Shan, maybe reach out to me directly. I will update you on that. We will be preparing online, building the energy, and then we will arrive into the physical retreat here in Bali. And it's actually connected to this foundation that I've been wanting to open for a very long time, fundraise money for women all around the world so women rise into their power and help them financially with training, so many things. And then the women start giving back to men, and we also nourish men on many levels. So in a way, it's like yin and yang, but I feel have to start with the feminine. And so the feminine comes back to our beauty, to our radiance on all levels, and then we give men back, not because we need to get anything back, but because we actually love them. So it's a big vision and it's been in my bones. It's all coming together. So Shan, reach out and yeah, let's practice and let's rise together. Thank you for that question. I can feel it in the field. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. So sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyone else wants to say hi, wants to share your story, wants to share your visions, your sensations, everything is welcome. Come here.
Hi, I'm Kiki. I live in Maryland, and I just today, found your email. And I used to do Kundalini yoga a long, 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 long time ago. And does anybody know who Muktananda was?
Of course. Yes.
So I met Muktananda in 79. and and studied with him for until he passed away. But he was a Shaktipat guru, and so he could awaken the Kundalini and the spiritual energy, being with him. And I felt that from you, this transmission, and I think that's what we're all being called to do now, is to just really share this beautiful divine energy and embody it and nurture it and with each other. It was so nice to be with all of you, and thank you so much. I really am interested in your retreat, so I guess I can just contact you through.
Yes, yes, yes. You can reach out to me on my email, aliciana@godsatplay.com, or just Instagram, aliciana.ra. I'm gonna text it here one more time so then you have it. Definitely
Thank
reach
you.
out.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I just want to share, like, really, it's been so interesting over the last, I would say, year and a half, 2 years. Such powerful people come to my training, some in such a like humble awe, like practitioners, like really incredible beings, like beings of light. And I really look at it as like, wow, we are coming collectively. We want to be in Sangha. We want to be all recognized in our personal light and share it with each other. There's no more of this one person figured out and the rest just follow. Actually, we're coming together now, and we may get inspired by like one person, but it really is the collective circle. So truly, thank you so, so, so much for coming in today and for your trust and for your path, for your journey, and for sharing your light with us. I really feel it just through the screen beaming right back at me. So thank
It's
you.
mutual. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. We're really in it together, guys. It's such an adventure, especially this time around. By the way, I'm trying to send a message, but somehow I'm only sending it as a direct message to Sean. Hold on a second, I'm gonna make it everyone. Okay, everyone, yes. And I'm gonna type it one more time. Aliciana@godsatplay.com, or you guys can write me on Instagram, which is aliciana.ra. And I think it's a good time, just as we're still connecting, I guess I want to hear from all of you. Lily, maybe you can drop the links for people into the trainings and also into a crazy discount. Guys, today I'm literally giving the biggest discount I've ever given to my trainings. Like, truly, I've never done this before. It's almost like donation based, basically. But I mean, I still offer and ask for some kind of an exchange of energy, but it really is my deepest gift and deepest joy. Like I really would love to hear from like my previous students, Luca, Leslie, Eva. We've been practicing for a pretty long time now, for months together, and done 2 trainings over the last few months, and the energy is just so powerful and so strong in the group. We really are family for life. And this is what this is about for me ultimately, and I'm somehow managing to pay my bills while doing this, but it really is so much more than that. It's a family. And yeah, just for the context, guys, just so you see the links that Lily just dropped, original 7 months training is around $3,000, and the self-paced training is around 500. So I did the bulk for everything that is on my website for 1023, which is my birthday, 1023. And if you cannot, and you can only do monthly payments, then you can choose 223 and just do that. And then there's links below, and you can take a look at the links of Evolution training, which is the 7 months training, or just Gods at Play platform, and you can take a look at the whole school that I've created. So these are all the links for you, and you can like study it, and again, reach out to me, and we will unfold it. I'm planning to do the first initiatory call to open the 7 months tomorrow. So whoever is ready, definitely jump in, because tomorrow is new moon. And in a way, this is the first time I'm doing this training a little different. Instead of 7 months, it's 7 moons. So every time we begin a new chakra, it's a new moon. And when we have a second call of a follow-up, it's a full moon, an embodiment of that energy. And then the energy dissipates again. And with the next new moon, next chakra. So I really decided like it's important actually to fully align with the elements and don't follow anymore Gregorian calendar. So how we're gonna do it. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Tizi, for sharing. And also, I'm going to read the messages. Tarek, happy birthday. Thank you so much for today. I look forward to watching the recording, doing this again on my own. Beautiful. Thank you, Tarek. Yeah, and also I have more recordings, by the way. I'm happy to share. Reach out to me as we prepare, yes, another retreat that's happening in Bali. And Eva, for me, this was such a beautiful reconnection to the practice, and I felt a deep motherly connection to my inner child for the first time. She really needs these moments. So deeply grateful for your guidance, Luciana. Seeing your radiance always brings me back to the heart. Thank you. I love you so much, Eva. And Eva now came to Bali. She just landed today. And I've been inviting her on all of our trainings. So Eva, I can't wait to see you and hang out with you for my birthday celebration. Love the new movements. For the newcomers, I highly recommend the course, not only for the practice, but for the incredible amount of understanding we're receiving it. Yeah, it's a deep portal. When we jump on our Zoom calls twice a month, it's a 3-4 hour Zoom call when we unpack the nature of reality and every single one of you so deeply with so much love that there is no room for confusion. There's just this love and awareness. And then you go and then you actually change your life. So it's not about per se just Kundalini yoga, it's about your life. Really, this is just the tool. And what time in the morning? So I think it's going to be around this similar time, 10 p.m. Bali time and 10 a.m. in New York, 7 a.m. in California, and around afternoon in Europe. As much as I used to try to change this time, this is the only time that works for majority of the time zones. So I'm sticking to this one. Yes, time to get rid of Gregorian, exactly. And it's Diwali today too, exactly, the day of light. Oh my goodness, so much goodness all at once. Amazing. And yeah, you guys keep the 7-month training for life. It's all with you, all the recordings, all the books, all the materials, everything you just have with you, and you can always come back to it and do all the trainings. You basically have 2 trainings in one, the 7 months training and the guided play, which is the structure of all the classes that I have recorded for each chakra. Each chakra has an hour and 15 minutes class, Kundalini yoga class, gorgeously recorded. I actually want to guys show you just a little glimpse so you just feel its beauty, and truly like so much love was put into it. It was all recorded in Bali and really truly recorded with so much love. So I'm just gonna share you for a moment the screen so you can see also the quality, you know, and the care with which it was all done, with amazing cameras, sound, music, everything. So this is how it basically looks like when you go inside. It's anchored and guided play self-paced Kundalini yoga training, and we using it in our Lovolution training as our baseline. And so for each chakra we have yoga class, lecture, meditation practice, guided journaling, and royal rituals, which are habits. And so here we begin with the video. It's actually my cat, Eros, taking a stroll.
Now.
And so here you can see, you know, just the quality. There's also music. There's like basically what you experienced today, but even more high level because it was recorded on all high definition cameras.
Eyes always closed.
And with everything is just done like almost like a Kundalini TV show. I'm joking, but it's kind of true. I really like put all of my love into it when recording, and it took a while to record it and to edit it and to really perfect it, so it stands the test of time, you know.
Sat Nam.
And this is the lecture, and we really
When it's in
unpacked
the healthiest state, then it is.
we unpack the meaning of each chakra during our Zoom calls, but you also have something to refer to in this platform, which again stays with all of you for the rest of your life. You can always refer to it anytime you need to
Sat Nam.
practice. This is
And
really
welcome
beautiful
to the
meditation
journaling practice.
And the final one is the royal rituals, is where you do your habits. And for each chakra, it's different kind of habits that are suggested to embody. So then the energy that is activated actually gets activated in your life. So ultimately, this is kind of like how the school looks like from the inside. And let me see if I can show you just one more thing, just how you see how it looks like. And yeah, there's a page specifically for this upcoming training, which begins tomorrow for our new moon Lovolution mentorship. And there you can really drop the links so you guys can read about it and see all the meaning. And on the bottom, the payment line right now, it's just for the next 24 hours. This is a massive discount, 1023. And if you want to do the payment plan, you can click here, see, pay once, payment plan, and then you can choose it here. So whichever way works for you. I just wanted for you guys to see the visually so you understand the beauty of it really. And we have Zoom calls, and we also have Dropbox folder where I put all of the recordings, all of the books that I recommend, all the jinkies, voice recordings, and certain things that I share. I mean, it's a portal. There's so much given. It's just the question is how much do you ready to integrate and receive? It really is a non-stop abundance there. All right, beautiful people. Who else would like to share or say hi or ask any questions? I think we're going to linger for another maybe 10 minutes. And then we will gently share our light with the world. So whoever feels called, please share. While I'm drinking butterfly tea that became blue at this point.
Hi.
Hi, Luca. Good to see you, love.
It was a very, very good practice with, I buy a good speakers and with music on high volume. It's really turns up a notch. And also doing together with a lot of people, it enhances also a lot. Even if we are not, we are only online, it still works. And I'm still searching for this connection within real life, but still can't find it. This art connection. Maybe I should move to a bigger city because here where I live is 40,000 people. So maybe there are no one that wants to live really from the art 24/7. But it's good. And the perfect time you sent the email because as I write to you, I didn't have the money to pay with the previous price, but now actually, let me try if there is this possibility and we find an agreement. I'm so happy because there is always the next level. So with the training, I unlock a lot and I deeper change, but there is more to change. So I'm really happy to continue the journey.
Luca, yes. Yeah, Luca already signed up for the upcoming training. And Luca, thank you so much for being such a devoted practitioner and curious seeker and truly brother, really brother on this path. Like I feel so much your love and your care and your true magic. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are. It's such a joy to share time and space with
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Thank you. I also know there are some questions coming through about the trainings. How long are there? There's any special programs for pregnancy? Quite a lot of questions. So this specific program that is, you can choose self-paced, which is just godsatplay.com. It's called Gods at Play Kundalini Yoga Self-Paced. It's just 555. And it's for life. You just have the training. But if you would love to receive mentorship and guidance and support and, you know, the Zoom calls, which happen twice a month or twice a moon, then definitely join the Lovolution movement training because this is where the Lovolution happens because we awaken together. I also will be preparing like more trainings just for women, but that will happen at the end of November because I'm now going to Vision Quest in a jungle. I will be alone, meditating, fasting, Temazcal. It's a whole portal. And then in November, I'm going to be in Vipassana, like exactly between the two Zoom calls. So I will prepare for the women's program a bit later. But really, guys, Lovolution training is for everybody. It's such a portal, it's such a support, and you will receive exactly what you need. Because in the way I teach, I connect personally with every student. I know every single one very deeply, and everyone shares live on calls. And you've been witnessed by everybody. You receive the feedback, and then you speak again. And then next week we check on you how you're doing, and we also have a WhatsApp group on which we communicate every day, and we share about our practice and we share about our difficulties. So you really are held in a very powerful field of love and care and accountability for 7 months. So it's you have no chance but to fully transform. Basically, that's what happens in that field. There's massive transformations for everybody who joins. So, you know, for everybody will receive exactly what they're ready to receive. Maybe Leslie, you want to come say hi? Another of my students that started the
Yeah,
training.
sure. I've lost my voice a bit. I've got a cold, but I'll do my best. Hi, Lucian. It's lovely to see you and lovely to see everyone here. Yeah, I really love the training. The best way I can describe it, it's kind of like a personal sort of life evolution journey with great people and friends, and yourself as a great teacher and sort of co-journeyer as well. That involves Kundalini yoga and, as you said, gene keys and tarot, and like you said, just bringing everything to bear, just to help us. And I felt really sort of held in the space, and I look forward to that every single week. And enjoyed the practice and the journey. So thank you. I totally recommend it.
Thank you so much, Leslie. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. It's beautiful to practice in real time, right? Like when we don't see each other for a little bit, like to reconnect in this one field together. It's like family remerging. Thank you. Thank you so much, Leslie. Yeah, and I'm answering the questions for the time in Dalnada. So it's twice a month, twice a moon. So it's always going to be around new moon and full moon. So for example, this time we start on the 21st of October, which is tomorrow. And then in 2 weeks, when it's a full moon, I think it's going to be November 9th or something, we'll do it again. And, because every time people join from different time zones and whatnot, sometimes we can say, okay, let's do it tomorrow. And then I text on WhatsApp group. I'm like, okay, guys, is most people are ready to join on this day? So anytime around full moon or new moon, every 2 weeks, I will be writing in a group as we're approaching that date and suggesting the best day. And then within that day, it's going to be around similar time, my 10 p.m. Bali time, and America 10 a.m. 10 a.m. in New York, 7 a.m. in LA, and around afternoon in Europe. So I hope this clarifies it. And if you have any more questions, please ask.
Hi, I don't know if you can hear me.
Please
Can you hear me?
join us. Yes. Hi, Krita.
Oh, hi. I am just really blown away by your light and so much love, and really it was just what I needed right now. So I'm just very grateful that I found you. I'm in Thailand, by the way. Not too far.
Perfect. Not too far. Not too far. I love Thailand. Koh Phangan? Where are you?
No, I'm close to
Right.
it's close to Bampe in the region is Rayong and Klang. Yeah, it's in like the Gulf. Yeah. And it's beautiful place. I'm also gonna hold a retreat soon. So I'm a singer, so I work with my voice and do voice yoga. So I
Amazing.
think the Kundalini and the breath work in Kundalini is so powerful and helpful for the voice. Yeah.
For me, that's what opened my voice. It's Kundalini.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to maybe join you in Bali sometime. I hope.
Please. Yeah, well, get in touch with me so we're in communication,
will.
follow on
Yeah.
Instagram and everything, and hopefully you come. We'd love to see you here in
I
person.
hope so. Yes. Take care. Thank you,
so
and
much.
happy birthday.
So much, dear. So good to meet you.
Yes.
Shine bright like a diamond with your voice and your presence, and all of you. Thank you, beauty. Yeah, it's such a gift, guys. I continuously to meet so many amazing people in this so-called random webinars, which nothing is random in this universe. It knows who to put where with whom. So we recognize each other, remember each other, and hopefully unify our forces. And I don't mean to sound dramatic, and yet I do feel we're stepping into such an intense point on our planet, and Lovolution is the revolution of love. And the people, when we know each other, remember each other, remember our divinity, I believe this is the true army, of souls that recognize each other, that can see, that can remind each other of their majesty, of their strength, of their beauty, and rise into their light, witnessing each other. I really feel that's the true revolution on this planet. And I have this very powerful vision that I'm preparing right now. It's been a lot, honestly. I have this vision that in 2027 we can do kind of like a global practice, celebration of spirit, activation of spirit through meditation, through Kundalini, through singing, through dancing, and invite all enlightened masters from all lineages, you know, like Dalai Lama, like my Shaktipat Guruji, which I also have, like different powerful masters, you know, Shaolin Temple, like incredible teachers, and all give their transmissions kind of like Life Aid Asset style, how it was done in like 60s, 70s, raise lots of money, help the world. And so people tune in from all over the world and practice together. And I know if we collectively, even 5% of the planet would just tune into a special frequency and do anything together, we can change the world. I really believe in that. And in a way, this training is a preparation. It's a preparation of a community. It's a preparation of our spirit. And so then when we do this thing, I'm committed to do this in 2027, and I'm already talking to people to prepare decks and to fundraise and do this. Then we will need all hands on deck and all people in their communities, inviting their people, gathering together around an altar, around the candles, around the fire, and activating that energy. Because we need everybody. This is not some kind of a, you know, far off land in Bali, some retreats, like, no, it's in life. And we all got to do our part. So I really look at it like that. And, you know, I hope you can feel me why I named it Lovolution. Because I feel like that's how we can activate this magical world. And let me just read about, yeah, can you share more about Kundalini helping with opening your voice? Yes, of course. So, I mean, you know, the Kundalini energy is basically moving through all of your centers in your body until your whole body is opened up. So throat chakra is part of that equation. Also, throat chakra is connected to your sexual chakra or sacral chakra. So once the energy moves there, and any blockages or stagnation or pain or shame that we're keeping in our sexual chakra, usually that also blocks our throat. So they kind of work together. When one opens, another also opens. And basically what happens with Kundalini, you know, one, the life force itself rising, we can actually feel it, and it start entering the throat at some point, but also through chanting mantras. You know, I used to feel so shy to sing, so shy, but, you know, I teach. What am I not going to teach? And so I have to chant the mantra, whether I think I sing beautiful or not. And through chanting the mantra, I would get into the rhythm, and finally I would start hearing my own melody. And then people would just say, like, oh, wow, I actually really enjoyed how you were chanting. And I would be like shocked, almost awkward about it. But that's how it began. And when you start chanting, your vocal cords start getting stronger and stronger. And at some point, it takes you over, and your mind, your judgmental kind of stories, like, am I good enough? Am I ready? Is this okay? They're just out of the window, and the energy starts to move. And your singing voice opens up. Also, your real deep truth opens up. And you also become much sharper in your communication. You start feeling what actually needs to be said and what's unnecessary. Because through Kundalini practice, a lot of clutter gets cleared up, you know? Like I've seen it so many times. I enter Kundalini yoga class and I'm confused or maybe upset about something, and I'm running some story in my head, you know, we're all humans. And at the end of the class, I'm just like, everything is beautiful. I'm so clear. I know exactly what to do. I love everybody. Let's do it. Like, it's just such an instant cleanup. And truly like a bathroom cleanup, you know, when it gets cleared, like you need to clear it. That's what Kundalini yoga does. It opens up all of your centers, including your throat chakra. So, you know, I can't recommend it highly enough. It's just, it changed my life. So I will continue to teach it forever and infuse it everywhere. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you. Right, beautiful people. Yeah, definitely feel free to ask any more questions, or yeah, share your reflections. And again, about the trainings, again, feel free to ask me anything. You know, it's my birthday portal, and I'm only going to be available online for another 24 hours, and then I'm going into the jungle on my birthday with no reception. So it's a great opportunity, you know, to reach out, to ask questions, to ask for discounts. And, you know, like, ultimately, I'm just here to serve you, and it's my birthday, so I want to give as much as I can. So if you feel the pull, and if you really want to join, and you need some kind of a special payment plan or whatnot, just communicate to me. Don't be shy, and we will find a way. This is how I teach, and this is how I live my life. I give, and then we meet somewhere in the center and support each other in this awakening. And Lily, would you please help Cici to turn on the mic? Yes. Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello, Alessiana. Meeting you and lovely meeting you, everybody here. It's a blessing to be here, Ale. It's a blessing to be here. I'm in Mexico City.
Amazing. I love that city so much.
Yeah,
Such a
I love
gorgeous
it.
art photo.
Yes, yes, and I'm excited. It was really a blessing to be here in your class today because unexpectedly I saw your message today in the morning
Wow.
at 7:30 a.m. And I woke up just because I do I am doing certain things that are important to me for conceiving. My love and I have been in a process to conceive a baby, our babies. So we are on this journey, and I have been working now for almost 3 years in energy, meditation. And since years ago, I got to take a bit of Kundalini classes and a bit with a beautiful person, beautiful person, and also Qigong with another beautiful person. So it has been a calling for me to go into energy, and I really thank you so very much for for the love you share and for explaining with so much love the chakras. I've been wanting to understand in a deeper level, but more connected spiritually in a beautiful way. And I love the way you explained it. It was very clear for me to understand things that I have been on a journey in, but I not quite grasp how things come together. And I do thank you for sharing how things come together. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you, Ali. And I really look forward to joining you. I really do. And I'm very grateful. For some reason, really, God is beautiful. And the timing, it was half an hour before your class began. I saw, Alessiana, but where did it come from? And it just popped up spontaneously. So for me, that's magic. It's God. Beautiful things, beautiful things, beautiful things. So yes,
You're
this is
magic. I have to say, look at you. Like you're such a ball of light. Like guys, this is by the way the signature of my students and the people that come to this field is this all the time. I'm amazed by the intelligence of God. Like it just keeps such the most bright, exciting, loving angels in human form, and I feel it so strongly with you. Wow,
the
that's
same,
so
the
much.
same, the same. I'm so grateful because it was just like that spontaneous. I'm saying, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And precisely on the journey, my love and I are my TSH levels and my FSH levels. I'm trying to regulate them so it's optimal for conception. So I am working on different levels. I have done constellations, I have worked energy, I am working on different things to make all this beautiful energy just flow to make that come in a beautiful, loving way, to receive this beautiful being or beings in the most beautiful atmosphere, in the most beautiful, loving atmosphere. But I know that because with little glimpses I have had on my journey, that Kundalini can help in a beautiful way to maybe regulate those hormones or TSH levels. Or I don't know if in your program you would recommend me, or maybe I can suggest my love to do something specific of your program that could help as a daily practice, or things that you would suggest for that.
You mean specifically for the fertility and for the balancing of these levels, right?
Yes, of FSH and TSH. Yes.
Well, I mean, the way I teach is actually kind of like it's very balanced. So whatever is imbalanced in your body becomes balanced with the teachings, because ultimately what it's doing is regulating your nervous system, and it gives you more energy where it's needed, and it calms down where it's not needed. Because all of Kundalini Yoga teaches is breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, right? You breath in, you hold, you breath out, you hold. Sat, nam, all the movements are very rhythmical. So it basically balances up your whole incredible nervous system in a way that it's needed. That's the best way that I can describe it, you know. And I mean, with sexual energy, what I can share is, well, one, I became even more sensitive. You know, I used to be a sensitive being, but Jesus Christ, like times a million. You know, like I feel more, I get aroused by everything. Like I have this one student, she would orgasm in classes, like loud, because she would just have so much energy rising and she was just like, but it's hilarious because it was in India, and like in India, people are like,
That's
"Oh,
beautiful.
what's going on?" You know, like they're not into sex, talking about it out loud, you know. And this woman, she's just like, "Sorry, I can't hold back," you know. So there's a lot of like really yummy waves and arousal coming through. And also, what I'm happy to share with you is, you know, sometimes I add a bit of like hypnotherapy sessions and group sessions. And this particular training, I will be inviting some guest speakers. So last time in the women's training, I did it, and I'm happy to do it here if like I feel there's a request from the field. I have one girlfriend who is incredible, Laila Luna, and she's been working with a womb. Actually, my girlfriend Kimberly knows her very well as well. She's a full-on mystical mother. She has 2 children, and she fully connects to the soul of children way before they're conceived. And she's been helping women to get pregnant even if they haven't been getting pregnant for a long time. And so I'm happy to invite her as a guest teacher for our sacral chakra activation, and also happy to connect you directly with her. I mean, she's truly a miracle woman. And I love to bring very correct people into the field. So may you just conceive the most angelic, enlightened being, which I'm pretty sure will come through you. You know, they say enlightened masters happen from enlightened mothers. So thank you. Thank you for
Thank
being that.
you. Thank
I
you,
will
Ale.
let it
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With a big,
go.
big hug all the way from here to there. And
Likewise. I'm
to everybody here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness, so much love, you people. Okay, also like yeah, loves. I see some people asking about the teachers. So guys, I have around 10 teachers. Some of them are completely unknown. So I'll mention 2 that are relatively known. I have this one Russian woman that nobody knows about. Jai Dev. There was also Guru Jagat School, but some teachers are a little bit controversial and a bit harsh. So I didn't resonate with some of their energies, but I received some of their teachings, you know. It's like this is my journey. It's like sometimes I meet a teacher, I'm like, okay, some things I understand, some things I feel resonance with, and sometimes I'm not. And so how do I pick what I want? Well, by trying, right? And so I went through around like 10, 12 trainings at this point with very different teachers. I have this one teacher who is also nowhere on social media. His name is Michael Dunn. He's teaching mixture of an ancient Kundalini yoga like Kriya yoga with Hatha yoga with Kashmir Shaivism. I already been studying with him for 2 years, and I go always to Thailand, to Koh Phangan, and I study with him for a month and a half, and we practice every day for 8 hours. So, you know, it's like I can share with you some names you're not even gonna find anywhere. That's kind of like part of the thing, you know, when you go and search, you find your thing. I've connected very deeply with Kriya Yoga, with Paramahamsa Yogananda, and, you know, started receiving the teachings from the Yogoda Satsanga community. So just like at this point, I am a hybrid, and I'm sharing with you in the form of a hybrid as well, because, you know, I feel what I feel is needed and desired in the field. That's what's shared. Right, humans. Any more shares? I know it's a pretty long call, so thank you so much for those of you that like sticking through, sharing your presence, sharing your beautiful light. It's so beautiful. So if anyone still wants to say hi, this is your opportunity. And I'm just gonna tap in here one more time, the links for you to get to know if there's any way you wanna join the programs or join the practice. And if you wanna connect with me, like tomorrow basically is my last day when I can jump on a phone call with you. Also, discovery calls, of course, are very helpful because there you can actually share with me what you need specifically, and we can actually tune in with you and maybe develop either a tailored journey via private one-on-one practice, or I can recommend to you specific group trainings that actually feel really correct. So let me know. in which way you want to do it, because yeah, after tomorrow I'm going into the jungle, and it's actually such a deep journey. We're going to be in Les Waterfalls. It's this mystical place here in Bali in a jungle. Actually, Kimberly knows it very well. She's been living there. And first day we prepare, and then for the 2 days we're sitting alone. Each woman sits completely alone in the jungle in a circle that she's not allowed to step out of, day and night, just meditating while fasting and overcoming any fear of darkness or elements or nature, and just merging with the mysticism of life, you know. And actually I've never done it like that. I mean, I've done lots of vipassanas, I've done dark retreat when I'm alone in a dark room, but I've never sat alone at night in a jungle for 2 days with no water, no food, and just connecting. So I can feel also there's a powerful energy coming through me, you know, and it's preparing for whatever is here to come through me, and whatever is here that I'm to share with the world, you know. And I am also really feeling this spiritual awakening is actual real activism, because the more people we're going to have that's fully awakened, fully in their power, the more this world will wake up. And the more we're going to take truly courageous steps, whatever it is yours to do, you know. Some of us are journalists, some of us are writers, some of us are incredible mothers and cooks, and like we need all hands on deck. But we need to first give permission to ourselves to actually embody that energy, to show up, right? Yeah, so I'm going, after tomorrow, so on the 22nd at 7 a.m., we're driving to Les Waterfalls, and then starting on a night. And on my birthday on the 23rd and 24th, I'll be completely unavailable, no contact, no phone, alone in the jungle, just meditating. And then last day on the 25th, gently we'll be reintegrating back into reality, still in the jungle. And then on the 26th, driving back to Ubud. And on the 27th, we'll be celebrating here with all of my friends. I will be like, I'm pretty sure I'll be like transparent and like dissolved into elements, but I'll bring it back together into one human piece. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Thank you, guys. I'm continuing, you know, to keep going deeper into this mystery of life, and it's such a gift to be able to do it. Bali is so special for that as well. It allows a lot of beautiful nature and beautiful humans that will do it. Yeah, and you know, like this is where Kundalini yoga comes handy, because some people say, wow, it's going to be so hard, but it's actually so relaxing. Like nature is so nurturing, it's so loving. There's like such pure elements, and when you can meditate and chant mantras, you actually finally can feel your frequency that is not muddied with all the phone technology, conversations, reaction. Like you can actually feel yourself. So I look at it as like not a scary thing, but more like exciting thing. Finally, like I've been looking forward to merge with the spirit and nature alone while meditating. And also when you remove food and even water, you remove any contribution of any energies in your body, and you become clean and empty. So I can only imagine what will come through it. All right, beautiful people, I don't want to hold you back for too long. I know it's been a kind of a long, beautiful satsang. I'm just gonna, you know, it's interesting. I'm also about to teach every Sunday. I'm going to be teaching this Bhagavad Gita satsangs here in Bali, when we're going to be practicing Kundalini and meditating and contemplating on one chapter. So I feel like I want to share something with you beautiful. I'm going to read with you Radiant Sutras. I'm just going to pick a radiant and like a random, you know, beautiful thing, and then we'll read it out loud so you can feel. Radiant Sutras coming from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. It's this mystical texts between Shiva and Shakti. When Shakti asked Shiva, it's like, Shiva, would you please explain to me, like, what is this whole nature of reality here about? And he started explaining to her. Actually, I'm going to start just reading the beginning of his answer. So good. I am always here. I am the embrace of your most intimate experience. Though I am beyond the intellect, I am not beyond your daring. I am the nourishing state of fullness. that is the essence of the soul. You belong to me, and I am yours. My nature is spotless, completely uncontaminated. I am not covered up, not even by a billion galaxies. So who is there to worship and adore? There is no one to appease. Sacred texts sing of my reality, but I cannot be found in them. For I am the one listening. I am always closer than breath. Heat and fire are not two separate things. These are just verbal distinctions. The goddess and the one who holds her are one and the same. We are inseparable. The way to me is through her. And I'll read you the final farewell. Immerse yourself into the rapture of music of life. You know what you love. Go there. Tend to each note, each chord, rising up from silence and dissolving again. Vibrating strings draw us into the spacious resonance of the heart. The body becomes light as the sky, and you, one with a great musician called God, who is even now singing us into existence. And on this beautiful note, I want to thank you all for your time, the most precious resource, your attention, your trust, your open heart for coming today and practicing together. I thank my current Sangha, my dear friends, Kimberly, Luca, Eva, Leslie, my students that continue to show up, my True Soul family. And for those of you that were connecting today for the first time, truly thank you for coming and for practicing for yourself, for your bloodline, for the whole of planet and for the whole of light of this existence. It really takes everyone to shift the frequency on this planet. And it was my great honor to share this time and space with you. And if you have any questions or anything at all, feel free to reach out. It's my deep love and biggest blessings to you. Thank you so much. Love you all. Choo-choo!